Pamela Anderson's private life was thrust into the spotlight when intimate tapes with her then-husband Tommy Lee were leaked. Despite Michael's efforts to block their release, a truncated version surfaced online, tarnishing Pamela's public image. The scandal overshadowed her persona, reducing her to a single defining moment.
Anderson! Did you know anything at all about this relief for you?
When I first heard about the Pam and Tommy TV series, I think everyone just protected me from it. I wouldn't get involved. And that's, yeah. I don't know. I just think it was interesting to hear about it. It did make me happy. Asshole. Oh, not asshole, but just salt on the wound. Not necessary. Anyway, it happened. I've never seen the series and I've never seen too much of it, but it just looked like another Halloween costume to me. Everyone dresses up with that. There was a lot of Halloween costumes over the last decade, so.
Some sources claimed the leaks and scandals surrounding Pamela weren't accidents, but part of a plan to humiliate her and push her into Hollywood's darker side. There were even threats against her if she didn't comply, which allegedly led her to retreat to her hometown for a while. As painful as Pamela's story is, some believe she's one of the lucky ones. Many other women in the industry face worse and never escape. Take Whitney Houston, for example. Even after her death, rumors persist that it wasn't accidental, with some suggesting her label boss, Clive Davis, was involved. The pressures of fame led Whitney to self-medicate, making it harder for her to continue her music career. Pamela also recently spoke about the mysterious parties hosted by scene Diddy Combs. Her no-nonsense insights have sparked curiosity about the unsettling atmosphere of these events, especially with Diddy's recent legal troubles and allegations.
But this is real. I mean, the bones, that's real.
Yeah, my bones, yeah. I'm 5'7" and thin. I can understand what you mean.
But that's not just thin.
No, what is it? Diane, tell me. Do you know?
It's scary thin.
I can believe what you feel. I can believe that. But do you really know? Do you really know?
No, you know.
Thank you. No way.
They've written it.
No way.
In the last years of her life, Whitney was getting clean and working on her career. The day she died, she was set to perform at Clive Davis's pre-Grammy party. When her body was found at the Beverly Hilton, Clive Davis stayed calm and kept the party going, saying later it's what Whitney would have wanted.
Next night, you don't cancel. You turn an evening into a tribute.
You did a magnificent evening.
Into...
Did you give a thought to canceling?
Never.
You never thought?
Never.
Did you ever think...
And the family did not want me to give a thought.
Didn't?
No.
Pamela described these parties as unique, with exclusive guests from Hollywood, music, and fashion, creating a blend of fame, glamour, and excess.
You were, I think, going to go to the Clive Davis party.
Yes.
It was a surreal event where Whitney's body was still in the hotel, and there was this sort of party where apparently half the room were in tears, the other half were kind of partying. What did you feel about that?
I thought that was complete and that she would have said, the show must go on. She was the kind of woman that would say, stop everything. I'm not going to be there. You know, I don't know what could motivate a person to have a party in a building where the person whose life...
These like Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lopez, and even Martha Stewart were regulars at these parties, adding to their allure and mystery. However, behind the glitz, Pamela hinted at a darker side, filled with both fascination and...
Put a bounty on you?
Yeah, that's been a recurring theme. What one right now, too, matter of fact.
Damn. What's the going rate right now?
Well, I'll send you a video.
Damn, okay. Shit.
In this situation, They had 50 on me. I'm like, damn.
50 ball. Yeah, damn. That's a nigga. What?
They had 50 on me. They had 50 on me, bro.
And if you don't mind, while you put that up, can you speak on why? I mean, I know you about to send it, but what for what reason? Is it something you said, something you done, a female you protected? Maybe it went too far.
Right. So like I had referenced earlier, like my main business model is protecting females who got the proper resources. So these guys had hold on, I'm gonna send you that video. Oh yeah, let me get that right now before I forget. So matter of fact, let me just do this before I start, because this is a dark topic right now. Fuck. Need to see some strippers or something, bro. Trying to get interested. Oh, okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Joker, coming to you right now.
Oh. Yeah, so this is what you did to a young man.
Yeah. So that's when I had 50 on me. Yeah, I had to shoot through the door. And like the dude who said call 911, he got hit in the neck, hit an artery, shot blood all through the ceiling on the porch, everywhere. Oh, let me get it right, my bad.
Diddy's parties, where every detail, from the decorations to the gourmet food and endless drinks, was carefully planned. Yet, what stood out most were the moments when the perfect facade seemed to crack. There was always a sense that something more was going on, something you couldn't quite place. She described the air of secrecy as both exciting and unsettling.
Down in a point, but you didn't want to do that, right? Allegedly. Not allegedly, that's what you did. You should have stepped down. How you gonna back? Oh wait, I'm saying too much. But how you gonna back a campaign when all you had to do was step down and then appoint and say, hey, it wouldn't have to be no election. You know what I'm saying?
Just to clarify for the audience, it was more than one president that was found on those tapes?
Multiple.
Damn.
Multiple kings and princes from different countries. Dubai, shout out to Dubai. You got all the hoes in LA up. That's what the hoes out here do. Go to Dubai and get that bag and come out here and spend it. I told y'all game. Why you mad now? Not just LA, all y'all hoes. All the hoes is going to Dubai to get that money. I ain't mad at y'all.
Yeah, there's a lot of celebs that we actually heard, a lot of female celebs that was going to Dubai and getting that Prince money and coming back.
Exactly. So they also take flights and private jets, and they come to America too to have a good time, you know? So they definitely show up for the party.
All right, so tell us a little bit more about Janice, because I know in that first interview you definitely went in, you gave us some little bit of details, but give us some more details about Miss Janice Combs.
Well, let's talk about Mama D. You know what you did to my friend. You know how you and your son played with my friend underage in the bed, Janice? Why you do that to your son? Why you turn your son out and now he's this worldwide global threat? You know why he has so much anger against women? Because of you, Janice. Because
Pamela wasn't alone in feeling a mix of awe and unease at these parties. Kendra Wilkinson also attended a few of Diddy's white parties, but avoided confirming the darker rumors about them.
If you guys check with anybody that's been traumatized, a lot of times the person they're traumatized by causes a block in their brain and a hatred. So if you're a man that gets traumatized by a woman, deep down you're going to hate women and it might turn you gay. If you were traumatized by a man, you might just turn gay. and just be gay because that's your experience. If your experience is with the opposite, your mind is going to naturally go back to that to bust your nut. And if you were, but somebody took advantage of you, it's weird and it's sad to say, but even though it's abuse deep down, that's going to be the thing that gets you off because that's your first sexual experience. You feel me? So Janice, we know what you did. You know, it started with her, Clive Davis. Clive Davis, one of the main ones, Clive.
Because Clive Davis used to abuse Diddy, correct?
And you see right now when they trying to ask him about Diddy, he go, huh? Playing like he ain't got no memory, what's that? Huh? But he was right there in the rooms with my friend who was underage. Him, Harvey, Pierre. I'm coming for you too, Harvey. You're not innocent, my boy, my guy.
Now, were you seeing Harvey Pierre at a lot of the Diddy parties? I see him on video a lot.
Yes, at all of them.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the celebrities that Diddy actually. Are you able to give us those names?
The judge just denied the gag order. We could talk again. We could talk again.
Let's go. Lionel B. Show exclusive.
Hey, we could talk again, everybody.
How did you feel like knowing that, or dealing with those presidential people? How did that feel?
Isn't it interesting how you guys are upset just hearing about?
For Kendra, the experience was mostly about living in the moment, though she admitted her view might not reflect the whole story. I'm not saying something bad didn't happen, she said. I'm just saying nothing bad happened to me.
To buy a tape, this particular tape, and then distribute it, because that's what he said. She's been distributing it to pedophiles for a price, and ain't nobody said nothing in all these years. As much hate as Oprah get, you think they wouldn't have put that out here somewhere? Man, I got this from Oprah. Somebody would have been put her on blast. Because of the stuff she owned. They didn't, simply for the fact because they want to own what she owned, they didn't put her on blast. So that don't even, just from a business standpoint, that don't make sense. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Steve, let me bring you in. Same thing. What are your thoughts on this, and do you agree with Dr. Umar?
Well, first of all, I love Dr. Umar. Sometimes he can be a little bit too woke. But Dr. Umar, first of all, I'm gonna say this: your outfit is terrible. I've seen you wear better. The outfit, them Chinese folks fooled you on that band. That outfit, shirt hat combo is awful. But listen,
the food.
It's awful. But you know what, man? He is right. I feel like people are trying to get rid of a lot of our high-profile Black celebrities. I really believe that. With this thing with Diddy, there's a lot of evidence against him, but this Oprah thing is really, really kind of far-fetched. $75 million, to get the Baby Oil Chronicles. She handed them out. You get the Chronicles. I don't see that. And by the way, Oprah, I think she was a victim of. Why would she be in on something like that? That's kind of far-fetched. So I'm not buying that. But I do agree with Dr. Umar.
Yeah, and Steve, he's specifically talking about YouTubers. Typically these are people who don't have credible sources. Typically I know here, because we are based on YouTube, we always try to dig deep. Where did this come from? Who said this? Who said that? Do you think there needs to be a real penalty? Because I don't think there's a real penalty other than you saw Piers Morgan, who got a cease and desist. But, it's like, oh, you apologize and you take it down. Do you think there needs to be a more crucial penalty for people who are...
Clive Davis was seen passing a note to Brandy, and while no one knows what it said, some believe Whitney may have been trying to warn her about Clive and the industry. There are rumors that Whitney's death was a sacrifice related to her plans to expose the darker side of the industry, including Diddy and Clive's controversial parties. As for Diddy, some celebrities, including Pamela Anderson, may be called to testify in his upcoming trial. It's clear things are heating up, and the public is watching closely. Do you think Pamela will get involved, Or will she step away from the spotlight? Let us know in the comments and check out the next video.
Now, related to music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, major new allegations today. The first time we are hearing about victims who say they were minors when they were a music star. The youngest, 9 years old.
So who knows what's going on upstairs in the basement with the cameras? What's going on?
There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. And I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. And I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. They know who they are.
Diddy's events were defined by a mix of glamour and a sense of something darker beneath. Pamela, a seasoned Hollywood veteran, noticed people disappearing into rooms or having hushed conversations. It didn't feel outright sinister, but it definitely seemed calculated.
The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world.
You know, I smoke weed, which is legal, and I drink lightly champagne or wine, a beer here and there. That's all I do, everybody. That's on my son. Everybody saying I'm a crackhead, I'm on this, I'm on that. I've had shroom chocolate before, and I liked it because it opened my mind up to really thinking about some deeper things, but it didn't make me trip and go rob a bank or nothing like that. But besides that, y'all leave me alone. I'm not on any cocaine, no meth, no lean, no pills, no none of that. Whatever, what's his name? NBA young boy laid out with the pill bottle and all that. Niggas is dying of overdoses. That ain't me, y'all. Just leave me alone on that. You know what I mean? I smoke weed. Leave me alone.
Now, you previously talked about there was a famous baseball player that you had. Did he come from Diddy as well? And do you want to drop his name?
And it's interesting because we both, how can I say it? Basically, Jenny from the block, I had your man before.
Whoa.
You a J-Lo. J-Lo, you a and you lucky you left the country, ho. I know what you did to my home girl. Sticking that shit. J-Lo, I'm coming for you, ho. Let me see you anywhere. And I don't care, we at the Met Gala, bitch. I'm running up on you. It's on site.
So which dude of J-Lo's did you have? Who was the guy?
I love green eyes. You know my husband has green eyes? My ex-husband, I should say. The one I married. The only one I chose to marry has green eyes. I love green eye guys. And that's not allegedly. I love green eye guys.
So he had, wait a minute. So he had green eyes. He used to be with J-Lo and he paid for it.
I met him at Larry Flint's Hustler Club in Manhattan on 51st and the West Side Highway initially.
Mm.
A lot of people pay with their credit cards. That's why I have so many receipts.
Damn. And this is before like Cash App and
oh yeah,
Zelle and all that other
years and years, and it was none of that available. It was only cash and credit cards, actual documentation, and every time they paid with their credit card, they gave us money. It was called funny money.
Pamela's comments come as Diddy's legal issues have put his private life in the spotlight. Federal prosecutors accuse him of running a criminal enterprise through his companies.
Bro, I'm not on Instagram, just straight scroll like, man, come on, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to be.
So when you think about the NFL, Jay-Z, and then like the NFL is supposed to be wrong with working with the young black youth, what's your take on that? Do you think that there could be more done as being influential in that area? And then talk to me about what you're saying about Lil Wayne.
What you mean by the NFL and Jay-Z?
So that initiative came after all the police shootings and stuff like that. He stepped in, and then you had to kneel and stuff like that.
So you're a young black man that grew up. Probably you got people grew up in the project. You're a young black man that kind of grew up maybe a little bit better, but probably going through the same situations of being a young black man.
If I'm not going through it, I'm seeing it. You know, like.
So speak on that.
Family, I'm seeing it, but like, I don't know if it's a foundation that's going on with the NFL. Like, bro, there could always be something more done, bro. That's the NFL, bro. They choose to spend money on what they choose to spend money on. Like, there could always be something more done. You know, it's just what they want to do. Like, my opinion is, like, man, move.
The charges paint a picture of a man who abused his power and influence in extreme ways. While these accusations still need to be proven in court, they have cast a dark shadow over Diddy's legacy.
Wasn't down with the program, the Diddy program.
Well, no. My friend had to do a number 2, and she was on stage, and he wouldn't let her be relieved, and so she ended up doing it on stage in front of everybody, and it was a wet one. And it went everywhere. It was so nasty. And Denzel was disgusted. He grabbed his wife and was like, "You don't respect nobody," and ran up out of there.
Did you see people react like that a lot, or were most people going with the flow?
It was so much going on. The people that noticed reacted, but it was just so much going on. If you weren't right there in that vicinity, you didn't even know. It was too much going on. But yeah, everybody, and everybody was just walking around zombied out. Like after a certain time, when you would make the announcement, if you don't, the regular party's over. If you don't want to participate in what goes on after, it's just interesting. I just want to bring up Justin Bieber for a second. Shout out to Justin Bieber, man. I'm a Justin Bieber fan. I want to work with him. Man, I have such empathy for you. You are a strong person, Justin. Shout out to you in your heart. You sing when I hear the pain. Now when I listen to your music, I hear the pain in your voice, Justin. All you wanted to do was sing. Your mother caught you playing your guitar, singing, and thought, let me help my son out. Let me focus on what God, let me nurture this talent. And she thought she was doing the right thing by taking that video to Scooter Braun. And I'm sure Scooter Braun probably thought he was doing the right thing taking to Usher. But Usher, why you do him like that? You need your ass kicked, Usher. Usher, you need your ass kicked. You need to get slapped or something, Usher. You knew what Diddy was going to do to him. What'd you get by taking him over there? And then you had the nerve, he signed to you. So you've been making money off of him after you get him abused like that? You owe him all his money back. Are you Diddy number 2, 3, 4, Usher? Running around here. I mean, this is ridiculous, y'all. Hey, I'm on a live, y'all. Stop calling me when I'm on a live. That's disrespectful. I'm on live. Stop calling me.
Jaguar Wright is watching. She's in the chat.
Hi, Jaguar. I love you. Oh, I love if I can work with her. She sings so good. Hey, tell Fox to stop calling me. Jaguar Wright is on the.
Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
Tell him to stop. He keep calling. He called 5 times. I don't even know man. He gonna make me talk mess. Tell him to stop. That's ridiculous. Hey, Jaguar. Yeah, I just want to say, man, your voice is amazing. Your strength is amazing.
Pamela's recollections provide a glimpse into a world many have only heard about in whispers. While she doesn't directly accuse anyone, she highlights the intensity of these parties. It was like stepping into another dimension, she said. Everything felt amplified. The lights, the music, even the conversations. Yet there was always an underlying tension, as if everyone were walking on a tightrope. Just the guest list was enough to make anyone do a double take. Imagine being in the same room as icons like Aaliyah, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Tommy Lee. Next voice. As Pamela pointed out,
he had the liquor company. I forget the name. It was a hard name for me to pronounce, but he pretty much won the lawsuit. But you know, it was explained that in these lawsuits there's a morality clause. Do you think that his battle against this liquor company could have been what set this off actually, or was this only inevitable?
Well, you gotta look at it. We all thought he owned Ciroc.
For sure.
He felt like eventually he would be able to get some ownership stake. He didn't. And these issues really started for him once he went after them. Because shortly thereafter, he sold Revolt TV. And anybody who follows him, Revolt TV was his baby. He worked hard on that.
Facts.
So once that was sold, I knew the end was near at that point. Because, you know, just like Gucci Mane, when he went to jail, he passed his artist contracts off to people who can hold them and fulfill the details while he was gone. That's what they do. They pass it off to people who can put it in a shell corporation. Because you can have a corporation that have an anonymous owner. So once I seen Revolt get sold, I knew the end. I knew there was going to be a tumultuous path for him for sure.
Did you feel like it was Diddy's, or do you feel like he was careless towards leading up to this? Like, just, I know you had mentioned him, just the way he's moving. You know, he's even him coming to New York, lollipops. Do you feel like he was moving like very careless, to where like that's why you don't have a bond? That's why, you know, you weren't strategic enough in this whole thing.
Absolutely, because the agreement was that as long as his private jet wasn't in the same state as him, he would be able to stay on the street. The moment that jet came to New York, he got arrested. And then you got to think about it, like, they got him on audio, calling witnesses, trying to get them to change the story. That's extremely careless.
Yes.
It's almost as if he was used to having someone protecting him.
They say he's snitching on Jay-Z. Is that a real thing?
You don't want to say Jay-Z on it, bro. Out of respect to y'all, you don't want to say his name on it.
So that's good.
For sure.
Pamela's recollections provide a glimpse into a world many have only heard about in whispers. While she doesn't directly accuse anyone, she highlights the intensity of these parties. It was like stepping into another dimension, she said.
The federal government has a strong case when it comes to the criminal matter of what's going on outside of the...
Yeah, by all means, man. I mean, most people are definitely afraid to even walk into a federal courthouse.
Yes. Big boys.
Jurors are afraid. Everybody's in awe. So that's advantage federal government, right? The evidence and the public perception that they currently have is strong as well. And I'm going to go ahead and correct myself. Cassie was beaten because I got...
There was Cassandra. I don't know what you called her. What'd you say?
I'm not saying that again. I'm not saying that again. So to the 2 or 3 people who corrected me on the name, I left it alone. I apologize.
They picky, boy.
Hey, you know what? But you know what? Call me out. Yeah. If you see something and I see it, if I'm wrong, if I see it, I'll chime in. Or if I feel like I'm not wrong, I'll chime in and explain why I said what I said. So I have no problem communicating with your viewers.
Yeah. So yes, no, as you stated, Cassie, the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, which is not illegal. Again, it's not illegal. But
is it not?
Man, listen.
Is it not? Is it flammable?
It's flammable.
No, I'm just asking.
Physically or metaphysically? Like, what are we talking about? Because it can go both ways.
I don't want to know about the metaphysical part of it. But no, I mean, that much of anything, quite honestly, if it could be used to make a bomb, chances are you're not supposed to have that.
But easy defense. Hey, we like having oil parties, bathtubs full of oil, and slip and sliding.
Is it a fix?
To me, that's an easy. That's an
Is
easy.
it easy fix?
Yeah, I mean,
don't say
move
that.
on to the next question.
Don't say that. Don't say
No,
that.
it's like we literally have baby oil wrestling nights.
You know why you don't want
Is that illegal?
It's illegal in the context of how Sean Combs uses it. So you don't want to say that.
Okay.
So don't, if Sean Combs, if you see this, Joker should not be your attorney.
That's why I did not pass the bar.
Because statements like that are gonna get you sent